Good morning, I'm Liam Charles. Anti-coal seam gas demonstrators are hoping to make history this weekend when they form one of the longest chains of protesters in Australian and recent international history. According to the convener of Coonabarabran Residents Against CSG, Peter Small, thousands of Australians will send a message to the government on April the 19th they don't want coal seam gas in their backyard. Mr Smith says the action, which will begin at 10 a.m, will involve a network of cars which will be parked along the Newell Highway, the Pacific Highway and roads in Queensland's Darling Downs.
We are going to be out in protest along the sides of the highway, parking cars with a minimum of 5 k's apart, covering from Dubbo to the Queensland border and then from the Queensland border into Chinchilla. We're also going to cover the roads from the Pacific Highway from Newcastle up to Tweed Heads, and that will also branch off from Grafton and cover through Kyogle up to the border. There will be a branch off from the Pacific Highway which leads into Gloucester.
Despite large swings against the coalition and seats with contentious gas projects like Barwon and Lismore, Mr Smith says the government is still not listening. He has his fingers crossed Sunday's world record attempt will finally bring the issue to the attention of the powers in Macquarie Street.
What we found is after the election, the government isn't going to stand up for the people, especially rural and regional communities. So we are going to remind them that we don't want coal seam gas. We don't want the licences. We don't want the threat of having gas fields across our communities. Now that we've grown to over 2,000 k's, we're now looking at a world record attempt.